What's up, y'all? I hope you guys are having a great week so far, and hope that you guys try to still remain positive among all of the negative stuff that's going on in the world. This is going to be some sports talk. Me being a Laker fan and being from LA, I got to speak on the Lakers. They got eliminated in the first round, which I'm not surprised because, they have been struggling with the Denver Nuggets, and there's been a whole lot of drama and circus activity around the Lakers, especially since LeBron James came to the Lakers. During that elimination game, or the game that the Lakers got eliminated, Game 5, towards the end, or during that game, there was a lady fan, a Denver Nuggets fan, who was taunting and teasing LeBron James after he was throwing a fit and complaining about the referees. Jokic and LeBron James got into a little scuffle, and LeBron did extend his arm, and it did hit the neck of Jokic. And despite how he feels, the referee saw what he did, and he called a foul on him. It was a foul. I mean, it was a kind of, I want to say it's an extremely dirty play, but it wasn't a clean play. And while LeBron James was reacting to the ref's call, throwing a fit, mind you, this man gets so many dang ridiculous foul calls when he don't even really get fouled that much. He flops more than he actually gets fouled, and he puts on an act, or he will at least act like he's hurt. He'll do something extra just to make the referees have no choice but to blow the whistle. But while the lady was teasing him and she doing all this, because he was crying, LeBron James, a grown man, would flinch at a woman. He flinched at that woman like he was going to hit her. And then, I don't really see much of a flinch from her after he did that, but maybe a lot of fans think that she did flinch. She did this, and then she kind of did that or whatever. And it blew my mind in the comments of some videos I watched in regards to the reaction to that. And I just couldn't believe how a bunch of grown men would actually celebrate. They actually celebrated LeBron James flinching at that woman. And I had to comment and even kind of check a dude, because, he was like, LeBron James had her scared. If you try to, dish it, you better be willing to take it. And to me, it just made me realize, like, you know what? Society is feminizing men more and more. And to see how there are certain men out there who actually were proud of LeBron James for doing that, it just goes to show me where we're at in this society, in this world. For LeBron James to even do that, like, that's a child. That is a grown child, man. LeBron James is not a grown man. He's a grown boy who has been pampered and privileged by the league, the whole NBA. They adopted him as the prodigal son. They called him Chosen One. He got Chosen One tattooed on his back, and they've been working overtime to make him be the GOAT, or to try to at least proclaim him to be the GOAT, so people like y'all will believe it. Despite all these damn stats he got, and him spending millions of dollars on his body, I guess to keep his longevity, to keep getting more stats, people think that's equivalent, or that makes him the GOAT. Mind you, he only has 4 rings. Well, I shouldn't say only, but he has 4 rings with 3 different teams. He left his own throne. He left Cleveland. He's supposed to be the king, right? How are you a king? When you leave your own throne, you join another king on his throne. And you win a championship with him on his throne. Mr. Dwayne Wade. Mr. This is my house. He went to Dwayne Wade's house. And they recruited another all-star, top player in the league at that time, in Chris Bosh. But then he puts this podcast together trying to downplay the fact that he didn't have a super team, which we all know he did have a super team. That was an elite core. A lot of LeBron detractors and deflectors, they always like to say, "Oh man, what you talking about? It was already a super team. The Boston Celtics had a super team." They had a very good team, an elite team, but super team, no. We had Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and KG, who were in their mid-30s, I think, early to mid-30s by that time. They were past their prime. I'm not taking away from that team. That team was excellent. But Kobe Bryant, who didn't have hardly any, he had one, I don't even think Pau Gasol was a top 75 player. But Kobe figured it out. Kobe figured out a way to help elevate his teammates and help will them. He didn't do it by himself. Nobody does it by themselves. Kobe don't do it by himself. LeBron don't do it by himself. Jordan don't do it by himself. But this is how you separate the men from the boys. The excuses have to be put to bed at some point, and you got to man up and say, you know what? Let's just band together. Let's work hard and let's figure it out. LeBron James couldn't beat Boston Celtics, but Kobe did. He lost in 2008, came back, won in 2009, got the rematch in 2010 and beat the Boston Celtics. And then a lot of LeBron fanboys say that LeBron James didn't join the Miami Heat because of Kobe Bryant and him winning his 5th championship. Even though Dwayne Wade admitted it. He said he called LeBron after Kobe got his 5th ring and said, "Hey man, what you gonna do, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna come to Miami?" He admitted this. But fanboys will make up some story and create a different narrative just to try to defend their king. So, watching this man's career, it's an asterisk to it. He's fraud, because, he took the cowardly route. He took the cheat code route. If this was a video game, LeBron James didn't put in the work. He didn't go from level to level, stage to stage. He skipped some levels. He got a cheat code, put the password in, and teamed up with some top tier people to just give himself a ring. Because when Kobe had his 5 rings, LeBron didn't have not one ring. When Kobe was at his 5th ring, LeBron James didn't have no ring. So y'all can make up 1,000 excuses all y'all want to. LeBron was in the league with Kobe, and Kobe was dominating. LeBron James couldn't do it. LeBron James was in a weak Eastern Conference, a way weaker conference than the Western Conference. Kobe dominated the East and the West, but he dominated the West with all the top tier players, the top tier teams, with all the top tier strategies, and nobody couldn't find the blueprint on the Mamba. And while Kobe was in the finals, LeBron James was always constantly trying to plot and put other super teams together. And when he realized he couldn't get all the players he wanted, he left his throne. Like they say, if you can't beat him, join him. So he joined Dwayne Wade because he knew Dwayne Wade was a champion, and Dwayne Wade had championship pedigree. But obviously LeBron James did not have championship pedigree. Did he go to the finals at a young age? Yes. Even though he got swept in the finals against the Spurs. But he didn't get back to the finals until he teamed up with Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and that core over there. But fast forward, back to this Denver game. Seeing LeBron James, we already seen that he's a loser. He's a sore loser. This man always throws his teammates under the bus, and he never takes accountability for nothing. It's like the media is getting paid well. I mean, I know maybe LeBron James got a lot of people on payroll. Maybe he's a billionaire for a reason. Because he done all kind of weird fruit booty stuff. He been at all the Diddy parties. He's a Zionist, which is very suspect if you know what the definition of it, or if you know what they do. He's been linked up with Jay-Z, and we already know what type of time he on, as far as doing shady business and then getting people up out of here allegedly, and then taking and collecting insurance policies on them. But for this man to have all this money, and for this man to have the privilege to pick all his teammates, it seems like LeBron James for like the last 5 seasons, last 5 years or more. Actually, no, since Miami, LeBron James has had the privilege of handpicking his own teammates, choosing who he wants to team up with. And then when he's not successful, he throws his other teammates on the bus, or he allows the media to say, oh, well, LeBron James needs more help. LeBron James is all this and that. All right. All this stuff. You know what I mean? So, that's a narcissist right there. That's a man who is so full of himself that he feels like he can do no wrong. He feels like whatever mistakes he makes and whatever he does is not going to be highlighted. He knows the media will only focus on saying the positive stuff about him. But, the media, it's funny how the media didn't even show that. They're not even reporting on what he did to that Denver lady. You a whole grown man, 6'8", 6'9", 260 plus, and you're flinching at a woman because she's teasing you, dog? You that weak, huh? This nigga's so soft. Why are you worried about her? You should be used to that by now. Everybody has to deal. Every NBA player has to deal with people trolling them and antagonizing them. That comes with it, especially when you're playing an away game. But to try to flinch at her and then laugh and tease the fact that she flinched after you tried to flinch at her. You a weak ass dude, dog. Savannah need to slap the hell out of this nigga, because that is disgraceful, bruh. And for those men who have been in the comments, or who have been who's been proud of that, it just goes to show you what type of time they on, what type of men they are. Soft. It's like these grown men act tough with women. They act tough with women, but when they're around men, they soft. They pouting, they crying, flopping and stuff. LeBron James do all this flopping and acting like he hurt around men. But then a woman teases him and talks about him, and then he want to act like he want to fight her. How does LeBron James not get fined for that? How does the media not even report on that? I'm so sick of the protection and the cover-ups that they keep doing for this guy. It's like they're constantly covering stuff up for him. They are constantly making excuses for him, while never holding this man accountable for nothing. So it's always everybody else's fault. It's never LeBron James' fault. Y'all gonna make every excuse possible. Oh, he don't have enough help. Oh, he's much older now. Oh, man, this nigga's, it's been the same result every year. If he wasn't running from team to team and teaming up with superstars, he probably won't have a ring to this day. Because when he left Miami, he had to team up with Kyrie, who was already there, got drafted by Cleveland. And then he teamed up with Kevin Love, not to mention Shumpert, J.R. Smith. Man, let's look at the rosters. They've always put... LeBron James has played with more talent than any star player in the NBA. In old times and current times. Nobody has had as much help, talent-wise, as LeBron James. And for this man to have only 4 rings after playing, 20-plus years in the league, it's disgraceful. And then you're 4-6 in the finals. You get all these super teams to help make sure you're in the finals, but you can't win the finals. And then when you don't win, you blame it on everybody else. You act like it ain't you. But we can go back and see how many turnovers. This man leads the NBA in turnovers, dog. LeBron James, people can try to always bring up stats and what other people don't do. Y'all's king leads the NBA in turnovers. Y'all's king leads the league in team hopping and flopping. So when y'all say he's the king, what is he the king of? Team hopping and flopping? I don't know, man. People are really dumb these days. People are really, really like brainwashed and deceived by the media. It's like the media tell y'all something, y'all just go with it. Y'all run with the narrative. The go along, get along gang. Kwame Brown was right. And there's a major go along, get along gang that is protecting. There's a cult following for LeBron James. You know, he got a cult that's a cult following as powerful as Beyonce's, the Beehive, you know. But these are LeBron sexuals, and they are obsessed with LeBron, and they will do whatever it takes to make sure that he is always looked at as the all-time great. He's not an all-time great. He has no bag. You know, he's not a great shooter. He's not a great dribbler. He's an excellent passer. He has good IQ. But really, his greatest attributes is his IQ and his athleticism. But he don't have the skill set to dominate night in and night out, or at least the skill set to destroy players. He didn't have the bag that Jordan had. He didn't have the bag that Kobe had. You know, so this is why this man has always needed a lot of talent around him to cover up his flaws. That's what it is. You know, if he didn't have all that talent around him, it would be the same situation, just like when he was in Cleveland. But like before he left Cleveland, it would be the same result. He'd be making to the playoffs in that weak Eastern Conference, but he ain't winning no championships. Not with normal players on his team, with maybe just one All-Star. LeBron James cannot win with one All-Star on his team. He can't. He did win with AD, but that bubble championship, bro, that was a Kobe chip and a COVID ritual, allegedly. So, really, LeBron got 3.5 rings, really, and two of the rings that he got in Miami. Come on, man. Everybody knew he was going to get some kind of rings, but he told Miami he was going to give them not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. He barely escaped with 2. And then when he seen that he couldn't get the 7 or 8 championships that he guaranteed Miami, he ditched them, just like he ditched Cleveland. Ran his ass back to Cleveland, and then kept losing again. Barely got 1 ring out of that run that he kept going to the finals with all that talent around him. Steph Curry owns LeBron James. How is LeBron the GOAT when Curry dominated him in his era? He got just as many rings as LeBron with one team, on one team. And he's the all-time leader in three-pointers made. Stop playing, dog. This nigga's not no GOAT. But I really hope he will not be a Laker. As a longtime Laker fan and a LA native, I hope he is out of there. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Jeannie Buss is obsessed with LeBron James, and she's going to always ignore the circus and the BS he be on. But hopefully he leaves. You know, I don't even know Cleveland would take him back, but a lot of people thinking maybe if it's not Lakers, maybe it'll be New York Knicks. I don't care. Get his ass out of here. Nobody wants him. You know, he's weak. He's a sore loser, and he never takes any accountability, and he's not a leader. He's not a leader, and he's not a winner. You know, stats don't make you a winner. Stats don't make you a GOAT. It just means that you stay in the league long enough, and you put up enough numbers to surpass certain players, in my book. But that don't make you the GOAT. Because if you was the GOAT, you would have all them stats plus 6, 7, 8 rings with all that talent that was around him. Stop playing, man. Y'all delusional as hell. Y'all just as delusional as LeBron James. But y'all only delusional because y'all worship this man. The media got y'all worshiping him and glorifying him and idolizing him. But when the truth is fully out and revealed and that man is retired and people can't protect the lies about him no more or can't protect the truth about him, stand on business. Keep that same energy that you're on, because this ain't gonna last long. This man he's done. Stick a fork in him, he's done, dog. And I feel more sorry for y'all, for some of you bronzexuals out there who will compromise your own integrity for a man you don't know, and for a man who don't even stand on no business at all. Gonna flinch at a woman because she teasing you. Man, you weak as hell, dog. And y'all weak as hell for even supporting that crap, dog. Anyways, man, I'm out. Y'all niggas tripping.